Hello everybody. So today maybe yet another celebration video, maybe, because we had this tweet from a pro, a Wall Street pro, works at Bloomberg, you know, the main source of news for mainstream finance, and he tweeted this, talking about how MicroStrategy is predicted to have a new weight in the Nasdaq 100 of 0.46, up from 0%. Right now it's not in the Nasdaq 100, which would lead to a buy of 2.1 billion. We would know by Friday. We would get this news by Friday. It's worth noting that on inclusion news, I find it interesting that typically those stocks don't pop, and so that tells me that there must be some information leakage, because if you look at Palantir and Axon, they didn't pop on the news, neither did MicroStrategy, although MicroStrategy did decent today. But getting off the Nasdaq, if you look at the getting off the Nasdaq, that has to hurt. Minus 9%, minus 8% on those days where Supermicro or Moderna say they're off the Nasdaq, not them, but where it's rumored or announced. So the benefit of being added to the Nasdaq may be seen not as visibly, right? It may take many days and later on months to see the benefits of getting added to the Nasdaq. Nonetheless, this is a major win. So in my prior video that I did 3 weeks ago about this topic, talking about how, I guess it was 2 weeks ago, it was November 29, talking about how my estimate was that they would get 1.375 initially and they would get 300 million in perpetual bid. So I stand corrected. You know, some people might think I'm bullish. I'm actually conservative. I was conservative in saying 1.4 because, like we said today, it was announced 2.1 billion. So 2.1 billion or roughly 0.46. If you're curious as to the size of companies we are looking at, this would be putting us in front of, say, an ASML, right? Highly praised company. This would be putting up in front of Pinduoduo, right? The Chinese giant, in front of Fortinet. We would be along very good company and very well-known companies like CrowdStrike or Marriott. So this is a major win in my view for MicroStrategy. I was way off. Like I said, it's 2.1 billion. It's much more than I thought. And when are we getting this flow? When are we getting this initial flow? Well, my guess is that for some of these funds, my hope at least is that they already started adding, because they might have been privy to information before us. That would be my hope. But if not, the buys will likely pick up for MicroStrategy after the official announcement. And the official announcement should come sometimes on Friday, on this upcoming Friday. And so people are very excited about that. The official inclusion date would be December 23rd, would be the official inclusion date. And a key question, of course, is what after a 2.1 initial buy? Well, first of all, the 2.1 initial buy, in my view, should be a highly positive for the stock. But after that, we need to calculate what would be the flow. And so I did a little chat GPT. So I used the numbers from my prior chat GPT conversation on this. So turns out I was conservative into how much of a TQQQ, because when you take the 2.1 billion predicted for a 0.46% allocation, this is predicted by Bloomberg, and you extrapolate it means that there's about 455 million in asset under management for all of the QQQ related products. And in my prior video, I had calculated that about 0.011% per year was going to be added to MicroStrategy in that setup. And so what I calculate, and again, this is just back of a napkin math. You know, I'm not a professional. I'm just an entertainer here. So my entertainment today is I think it's going to be somewhere around $500 million, somewhere around $500 million a year of perpetual bid beyond the initial buy, or about $42 million a month. And that might be starting after the initial buy that we get before December 21st, and then about $42 million a month flowing into MicroStrategy. So this is just my take, just my guess, my estimate, my entertainment here. As I said in my prior video, the main strategy right now for MSTR, the strong strategy, the one that's mainly implemented, is to be a simple, stupid black hole. The money grows, the money stock grows, it sticks to equities indices like the Nasdaq 100 are a major part of the equities, and then it flows to MicroStrategy directly, and there's no thought needed. It's just people buying the Nasdaq, and then the Nasdaq automatically buys MicroStrategy. So it's like a Trojan horse. The money supply grows, the money goes into stocks. Many people are not individual investors, many people are index investors, so the money gets into the indices and then automatically it gets into MicroStrategy. And what does MicroStrategy do with that money that gets into the stock via the at-the-market offering, via the ATM? What does it do? It just turns around and buy it into Bitcoin, put it into Bitcoin. MicroStrategy has created a gate between traditional finance and Bitcoin, and that gate is MicroStrategy, and it is able to accrete that way. We are witnessing, in my view, one of the most interesting stories in modern finance that I've ever seen, and I'm so excited about this. So anyways, this is not investment advice, not financial advice, just entertainment. As always, this was a short video today. Just share the news. Please like, please subscribe. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.